Japanese attitude toward the response has been consistent. Either they ignore it or reject it. This morning, at the end of my intervention, I proposed to Mr. Seung-ho, the Director General of Foreign Economy, to have a direct discussion for this matter. First, Japanese ambassador evaded to give us concrete answer. So I ask again to respond my proposed offer, but he flatly turned down without giving me any plausible reasons. This Japanese attitude is consistent with what Japanese has shown us for 20 days. Still, Korea's offer to have a director general level on this export control system is pending. We do not receive any positive response from Japanese side. Well, all in all, it is very much regrettable that Japan continued to show uncooperative and irresponsible attitude about their irrational action to curb its export, three vital export to Korea. And it is more regrettable that Japan is mulling over expand that the category change. The Japanese measure is a clear and imminent threat to the raison d'etre of WTO and would inevitably cause a disruption in the world economy. And then Korea makes sure that such a measure is not at all trade measure, it's not at all security measure. It is purely strategically planned to gain the upper hand in the diplomatic rows, I mean the forced labor issues. Using trade as a political tool was common in the past, and WTO members all know that developing trade for political purposes has usually resulted in catastrophic consequences. I mentioned that given that Korea is the largest supplier of semiconductors, which are omnipresent a component of all industrial goods. So Japanese action will eventually suffer the innocent third countries and innocent consumers. In conclusion, misguided by political myopia, Japan wrongly selected a disguised trade measure to pressure Korea. Consequently, both the free trade system itself and all participating countries are put by Japan in the radars of collateral damage.
But I just emphasized that the measure taken by Japan is not a trade embargo. It's not a countermeasure against any trade-related issue. It is about the measure taken on the basis of export control. And that is why we believe that it is not an appropriate to be discussed in the WTO. We had effort to explain this measure to Korean side. On 12th of July, there was a 5-hour briefing session set up in Tokyo to brief Korean responsible agency. And we are ready to engage in further communication if it is necessary. So that is what I explained during the session. And I observed that after the intervention of Korean delegation and myself, floor was open. Chair asked if any member of the WTO wants to take the floor. There was none. So no country wanted to take the floor under this agenda. It's up to you how to interpret this reaction of the members, but that's a fact.
I would describe the conversation as spirited. I would say that the two sides expressed their points of view passionately. They had the attention of everyone in the room, and I would say that they differed on a large number of different areas. No one else took the floor.